Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Now Bandwara. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Now Bandwara. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Play out. Now Bandwara. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Play out. Now Bandwara. Hari Om, namaste. ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫೋನ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಲಿಂಕ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫೋನ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್. Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari Om, nice to have you. How are you? Good, good. Ma, that dhupam you give, put it downstairs, otherwise it will be too much. ಅವ್ರು ಕೆಳಗಿರಕ್ಕೆ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ಆ ಧೂಪು ತಗೊಂಡು ಕೆಳಗಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಬಿಸಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ನೋಡಿ, ರಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು. Hari Om. Am I audible? I'm sending now. Very happy to have you all at Ashvidya Kendra at the beginning of the new calendar year. Time itself is a myth, we will see that. But in the Vyavahara, we do fix a certain dates, and today happens to be the beginning of a new calendar year, 2023. And any beginning is to be celebrated, end is also to be celebrated. So, and that celebration is through all the spiritual knowledge and all the unique traditions of Sanatana Dharma. Just a moment, I will send the link, online link for all the satsang groups, and then we will begin. Now we have to have online satsang also and the offline. So two things have to be coordinated. All of you might know the simple meaning of the mantra also. So it's one of the most exalted prayers of Sanatana Dharma, the most celebrated mantra of the Veda. And from the length and breadth of the country, everybody is aware, all traditions are aware of Gayatri Mantra. Such is the power of Gayatri Mantra, which includes Omkara. Om, the mantra begins with Om, and the three Vyaharitis, we will see what it is. And the gist, the meaning of the prayer is that we are praying to that power is residing in the sun, that power powering the entire universe. We are meditating upon that supreme power in order to enable learning, in order to enlighten our minds. And the whole mantra is for intelligence, Medha Shakti, in able to understand, truly understand ourselves. So that is the mantra. We will start the chanting. Join me. Somebody can keep the count. Om. We'll start with chanting of Omkara, followed by Gayatri Mantra. Take a comfortable position, posture. Eyes are gently closed. Inhale. 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 You may gently open the eyes. Om. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं Gently close your eyes. Mantra is chanted at a particular frequency. It creates a certain energy in the body. Just be a witness to the sensation, the energy that is in the body and mind. There is nothing to be done. Just be a witness to all the sensations and the calm that is in the body and mind. A prayer is also an auto-suggestion to one's own system. May our minds be bright. I meditate upon that effulgent light, the light of awareness, that light of awareness, which is enabling me to listen to these words. That light of awareness, which is enabling me to understand these words that I hear. That light of awareness, because of whom I am able to hear all sounds. That light of consciousness, light of awareness is ever present here. In the manifest form, in the ability to see, ability to hear, ability to meditate. I am that light of consciousness. Asangoham, asangoham, asangoham punah punah. Sachidananda rupoham, ahamiva ahamavyayah, ahamiva ahamavyayah. Become aware of the environment in which you are sitting. Become aware of the time of the day. Become aware of the freshness in the present moment. Bring a gentle smile on your face. Rub your palms together. Apply the heat on the eyelids. Slowly and gently, you may open the eyes. On that calm and pleasant note, I wish you all a very happy new calendar year 2023. We will welcome the new year with a few more prayers. Join me. Those who don't can join me in the chanting. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Hari Om. Just in the vision of Sanatana Dharma, time is not linear. But in our Vyavahara, the time is linear. 2022, 2023, 2024. So it goes on. So that is also fairly represented by a straight line. You mark the past, then you are at a present time, and then there is the future. That's how we see. But in the vision of the Shastras, the vision of the Vedanta, in one level, time is not linear, time is circular. So we keep counting yugas, Treta Yuga, Satya Yuga, all of that, and it keeps repeating. Karma is also circular. So that's why we put Chandanam, Kumkumam, everything round. So circular. If you see all our forms, so many of our forms, circular. The rishis were great people in presenting symbols. They presented us symbols with the symbolism inside that. So the time itself is circular. When time is circular, for us, this, when we truly understand this, what it means, even in Vyavahara, we can be at ease. Why? What is that going to do with time and my easiness? My easiness. You see, Sanatana Dharma is so compassionate, so vast, that it doesn't want you to be stressed at any moment. Compared to other faiths, Abrahamic religions, this is the only birth. That's it. I have a chance. If I do not do my sadhanas properly, if I if I don't properly do things, and this is it. And then I have only two options, hell or heaven. That's it. So religious life, lot of pressure. It may put a lot of pressure in the religious life. Religious life also one that should ease you, that also becomes a pressure point. Already there are so much targets and pressures. So religious life also becomes another big target. Okay. Okay, I'm counting 43 years. Who knows? Everybody around me are dropping dead. So when is, I don't know. I wasted this much time, this, that, so many factors we put in our heads. And then that itself may become a cause for stress. Now, in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, time is circular. So this is not the only Janma. May you use it properly, of course. But if not, there is also a second chance. So it's a circle. Human, good karmas, another chance to even do to be better in life, to move further towards the goal of moksha. Okay, could not make it. One more, human, because you lived a life of fulfillment, joy, dharma, you were happy, you spread happiness around, you did good karma. So punya in your account, human. Didn't do well, cockroach. Or some snake in the desert. Pujya Swamiji used to say, but there must be a particular karma which makes you born in a waterless Abu Dhabi. A particular karma which puts you in a tropical climate where there is a bounty of fruits, fresh air, sun, moon, clouds, wind, flowers, all of it. So that doesn't have to make us lazy, but so many people in the spiritual life also, not this Janma, maybe next Janma. They'll say, I could not do anything, maybe next Janma. So that kind of a complacency also we don't need. But with this spiritual understanding, that time is cyclic. So this is not the only birth. I have had many births. And if I do not work towards my jnanam, my moksha, this year, I will have furthermore also. But a Vedantin, a student of Vedanta, recognizes that, Hare, okay, fine. This circular merry-go-round is there. So you sit inside the merry-go-round, you go to the park, or you go to the fest, or you go to the circus exhibition. There's this merry-go-round, they make you sit inside that. You're screaming, you're laughing, you're having all the fun. But at certain moment, you want like enough. You want to come out of that chakkar. So the student of Vedanta recognizes, even though it is cyclic and nice, it is a joyful ride sometimes, but then sometimes it makes you scream, sometimes it pushes you, sometimes you feel as if you are going to fall. So all of it is going to be there, and yet I feel enough. I feel enough of it. Such a person chooses to come out of that ride once for all. Once for all, such a person wants to come out of the ride. So that's why the spiritual life is for this person who wants to get off the ride. Get off the ride. So meanwhile, this getting off the ride in our day-to-day life is not exactly like how you get down the merry-go-round or the giant wheel. So physically, it may not happen. Physically, it will not happen also. The ride is going to be there. But then, what does this knowledge do? This knowledge makes you understand, really speaking, I am whatever I am, irrespective of the ride. If irrespective of the ride, there is something fundamental in me which is ever present, which is unaffected by the ride. The body is going up and down in life, and all the things seem to be changing, but there is something constant. I am ever present as a witness to all changes. Changes are happening. Let them be. We few years back, we met for the New Year celebrations here for 2020 or something like that, 19. And after some time, we are meeting again. The body has undergone changes. The ashram has undergone changes. Time and outside world has undergone changes. But there is something in you, that ability to see and witness, that you are ever present, which is untouched by time, untouched by anything, that is ever present. So now, the whole effort in Vedanta is to latch on to this constant presence, which is ever there. So even though ride is happening, if at all, if you have something to hold on to, then you are unaffected by the ride, isn't it so? If there is parachute and the seat belt, even if they make you fall from the aeroplane from thousands of feet high, then you are least affected, you least bothered, you enjoy it, you videograph it, you show and share it with your friends, you totally enjoy it. So that becomes a possibility when you have something very solid, something very unchanging in you to hold on to. So now, moving a little bit further, after that I'll come to another message. Now, when the whole blessed thing is you, holding on to it is just an expression, it's just a verbal expression. When that is you and you recognize it, there's no question of holding on, because it's you which is ever present. But that's the peak of the knowledge. In order to get there, rishis have given us many avalambanas, many things to hold on to, which is definitely comparatively better things than the world. In world, we try to hold on to something for our comfort. Sometimes it may disappear. We held on to a house for our security and comfort. Sometimes it shakes, it is shaky. But then that's why rishis gave us something more solid, something more subtle than that. That's why they gave us mantras. That's why they gave us mantras. So what's the mantra? Mananat trayate iti mantra. That which protects you by just remembering. That which protects you. That which energizes you. That which refreshes you just by chanting it or just by remembering it. That's a mantra. That's a mantra. So in the movies and all, you might have seen, no? So these in the Mahabharata and all, they will take an arrow and then they will put the mantra. In fact, that astra is the mantra itself. This is just a physical arrow which is there. So do not think Brahmastra means one particular arrow will be like that. No, it's the mantra. Agni Astra means it's not that one Agni Astra will be like this. No, it's the mantra. So just by remembering it, you're energized, you are protected. Now, another very important aspect of Sanatana Dharma is that it resides in your anubhava. Now, whether mantra works, this, that we say, it's in your own experience. We all sat down and chanted the beautiful Gayatri Mantra 108 times. Didn't it refresh you? Didn't it energize you? Did it not bring a sense of calm and peace inside you? So when something you can experientially see, when you can, it's in your anubhava, then you need not look for logic. You need not look for any other any other validation. You yourself, your own anubhava is the validation that a mantra is something which brings, it calms you down, which protects you, which energizes you. So once in our Salisbury, US ashram, a certain man came to take mantra diksha from Pujya Swamiji. So Pujya Swamiji gave the mantra diksha to him and said, see, this mantra you should only chant. You should not tell this mantra to anybody. Do not tell it to anybody else. This mantra is only for you. So he told, and then he said, okay, fine, Swamiji. He asked, Swamiji, will this mantra work if I desire something, if I take a sankalpa and chant it, will it work? Yes, it works, Swamiji said. How do I know? Chant it, you will know. Keep chanting it, you will know. Then he went and was chanting at home. His wife asked, what is that you chant? I want to know. He said, no, I can't tell you. This is my mantra given by my guru. I should not share it with anybody. She again asked, will you tell or not? You see, it's not going to be nice. Will you tell it or not? He said, no, I'm not going to say. She said, last warning. Otherwise, I'm exiting from this home. Will you tell it or not? No, whatever it is, I won't tell. She packed her bags and left home. She said, to hell with you and your mantra, I'm storming out. She went out of the house. He immediately called Pujya Swamiji and said, Swamiji, mantra worked. Swamiji, mantra works. Mantra works. The beautiful mantra that we chanted today is the great Gayatri Mantra. Gayatri Mantra because there is a meter. All mantras can be looked at as a poems constructed in a particular format, in a particular configuration. That arrangement of one line having 8 letters is a Gayatri Mantra. So that all those mantras which have 3 padas, 3 lines with 8 letters in each can be called as Gayatri Mantra. There are so many Gayatri Mantras. In fact, about 60 or 70% of the mantras in the Rig Veda, all of them are in the Gayatri Chandas, in the Gayatri meters. So all of them can be called as Gayatri Mantra, but one mantra which is in the Gayatri Chandas, we call it as Gayatri Mantra, and popularly it has become very popular in the Sanatana Dharma. That is the Gayatri Mantra which we chanted. Om Bhu Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. That's the Gayatri Mantra. Now this mantra occurs in all 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharvana Veda. The way Gayatri Mantra is chanted in particular Vedas, that may vary. For example, even in Rig Veda, when we are chanting the Gayatri Mantra, we say Om Bhur Bhuvas Swaha, Om Bhur Bhuvas Swaha. Whereas in Yajur Veda, it is chanted Om Bhur Bhuvas Suvaha. Suvaha is chanted in Yajur Veda. In Rig Veda, Swaha is chanted. Both are right. And Samavedans have a particular style of singing that Gayatri Mantra. And Gayatri Mantra became at a certain point, became so popular in all over the India. So it was not the Rig Veda's tune or Yajur Veda tune, it was Anuradha Podwal's tune. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Now, orthodoxies will say, no, you can't chant like this. It is wrong, this, that. Before Anuradha Podwal came, half the people did not know the Gayatri Mantra. So now, length and breadth you go, suddenly they will be playing this mantra in the speakers. Why not? Sometimes our own traditions may become our own bane. Instead of becoming boon, it may become bane. So we keep telling, no, you should not chant. Females should not chant. Only male should chant. This Varna should not chant. That person should not chant. We have lost so much of tradition in these kind of orthodoxical things. If somebody wants to maintain orthodoxy, let them maintain. We have nothing against them. But to try and enforce it on the entire world, we will lose our own Sanatana Dharma. You see the logic? The moment you say women should not chant Veda, half the population you have denied. Then this particular Varna should not chant. 80% of the population you have excluded now. Now you have remained with 10% of the population when you say Varna. And then suppose you say female in that, you have left with 5% of it. And then also how many people will know everything? So there will be few people. So like that, we have lost so much of Vedas in this kind of over restriction by following unnecessary orthodoxies. So in today's world, in today's time, Kala Dharma, there is also Kala Dharma. You should do what is appropriate in today's date and time. So it is said that Samaveda, they had 108 shakhas of Samaveda, another 108 branches. Each branch had its own unique knowledge, unique Upanishads, unique way of chanting, unique all of it. So only 2 are remaining now. Only 2. We are becoming extinct species. So it becomes that. So many of the Rigveda had so many traditions. Yajurveda had so many things. So we have lost many in this kind of over enthusiasm for restriction. No. If somebody wants to chant it with the pure heart, that mantra will definitely bless. So Swamiji, mantra should be chanted properly. Yes, properly only it should be chanted. We are not advocating wrong chanting of mantra. So, but then how to do that? That's how life is. A child, until it learns to talk properly, will be making all the mistakes. Suppose if we say, until you learn to talk properly, don't talk to that child. The child will never learn. The child will never learn. So while chanting, while learning, only we learn to chant properly. So that's how the journey is. And then one priest was telling, once they asked me this question in a public forum, 500 people are in a particular public talk, and they said, if we chant mantra wrongly, then how will Bhagavan understand it? Our prayers will not be answered if we chant it wrongly. I said, no, definitely Bhagavan will understand. How? We say, what is Bhagavan? We say, Mata cha Parvati Devi, Pita Devo, Maheshwaraha, Bandhava Shiva Bhaktascha, Swadesho Bhuvanatrayam. Ishvara and Parvati are our father and mother. Lakshmi and Narayana, whatever form you want to see, are our parents. Why? The Srishtikarta, we are coming from one energy, one source somewhere. That source we are attributing as father and mother. You see, child doesn't know to talk. 1-year-old child. The child only makes some sounds. Or why not? So many mothers are sitting here. All of you are mothers. Just born child or 2-month-old child. Doesn't the mother know what that sound of that child means? What does it want? The mother knows. The child cries. Okay, the mother knows. Okay, this is that the child needs food now. It needs milk. A certain other type of crying. No, it's not. Then others will say, oh, baby must be hungry. You feed her. So then mother will say, no. It is the sleeping time. It's sleep. It is the sleep cry. I have already fed 1 hour back. No, it is the sleep cry. The baby has to sleep now. The mother will try to put the baby to sleep. So if ordinary mothers can understand without language, with just sounds, can't the Jagatkarta, Bhagavan, understand our prayers even though there are small mistakes? Will we get sin? Will we get shapa? No, nothing. So this 2023, start this new year with chanting of all the beautiful mantras without fear. No mantra can do wrong in your life. No mantra can bring bad into your life. How can something bring bad into our life? The very flawed psyche in this whole thinking that is coming from orthodoxy. How can something so exalted as Veda mantras, when used for my prayers, my desire to know, desire to live a happy life, desire to live a peaceful life, how can any time it do wrong to my life? No, this is no fear. We are not chanting so that some other person becomes sick, other persons goes under loss. This, no, we are all dharmic people sitting here. We are not using mantras for the bad of somebody. We are using mantras for the good of humanity, for the good of ourselves. So in that way, you don't have to have any fear in chanting this Gayatri Mantra or any other mantras that you wish. Now with the YouTube and so many classes around, you can all, whoever is interested, can properly learn the chanting also. It may be Bhagavad Gita, may it be Vedas, anything. So you can learn it properly using all these tools and then chant to your heart's content. Heart's content. Now the Gayatri Mantra has 3 elements: Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha. These are called Vyahritis. They are not really part of the original Gayatri Mantra. They are the additions to make the mantra even more potent. Vyahriti, it is called Vyahriti. So sometimes when the same Gayatri Mantra is used for pranayama, then Om Bhuhu, Om Bhuvaha, Om Suvaha, Om, so Om Tapaha. I mean, if I do only, it will come. So if I do, I can't talk. So the 7 Vyahritis are added. So all this Vyahritis. So Bhuhu is indicating the Bhuloka. Bhuvaha is indicating the Antariksha Loka. Suvaha, or those who chanted Swaha, is indicating the heavens. So what is the symbolic meaning of it? May this mantra help me move higher. May help me move higher. A regular person may not understand what is higher. So that's why Rishi showed higher means higher, literally. And what is that? What is there in that higher? There's heaven. The heavens are there. The Swargaloka is there. So if chanted with that faith, the mantra has the power to take you to Swargaloka also. Or a Vedantin doesn't want that jolly, happy ride. I want to come out of this merry-go-round, not go too high and fall down. So I'm established here and now. For that, you go to higher understanding. May these Vyahritis take me to higher understanding. Tat saviturvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi dhiyo yonah prachodayat. Naha means our, diyaha prachodayat. May this mantra, may that Lord, may that ultimate power, prachodayat, may it make my mind shine. May it make my mind shine. That is what we require. We put ala, vanish, tide. Clothes are chamakta hai. Chamak is there in the clothes, but not in the mind. Prachodaya, that's why prayer. May my mind be shining, as bright as my clothes, as bright as my makeup, as bright as my car, as bright as my phone screen. You see, New Year. Everybody's mind is shining on Jan 1st. Then it keeps on waxing and waning like that of the phases of the moon. So all the time it is first Paurnami, it is beautiful. Jan 1st, amazing mind. All the resolutions, I'm going to do it. I'm going to kill it this year. Youngsters, I'm going to make it. Spiritual people, yes, I'm going to do this sadhana with the great this thing. From today onwards, I will read Bhagavad Gita daily. I will meditate daily. I will exercise. I will diet. Second day, third day, fourth day, all enthusiasm goes away. Why Gayatri Mantra every day? As an auto suggestion, also a reminder for yourself that my mind must be shining. My mind must be shining. Dhiyo yona prachodayat. Dhimahi. So the mantra is also, mantra is having these bhagas. The mantra can also be used not only for chanting, and first layer is chanting. The second level of the mantra is for upasana, for meditation. The third level of understanding this mantra is to get to know the meaning and get established in your own swarupa. So, dhimahi, we meditate upon. So, why this prayer is for? The prayer is a meditation. A prayer is a upasana. We are meditating, we are concentrating upon what? Tat bhargaha. That bhargaha. Bhargaha means brilliance. Bhargaha means brilliance. Dhimahi tat bhargaha. I meditate upon that brilliance. So one, as an upasana, when it is done in the Sandhya Vandanam, we are looking at the morning sun or the evening sun. I meditate upon the brilliance of that sun. That power which is residing in the sun. I meditate upon that. And in Vedanta, when you understand and recognize, the same thing which is powering the sun is also powering me. The same power which is making the sun shine, that same power is making my mind shine also, my body shine also. So I meditate upon that higher power. So the level of upasana, yes, this mantra is on the meditation upon the sun. But in understanding, you understand that you are meditating upon the brilliance of the sun. What kind of brilliance? Varenyam bhargaha. That most brilliant. I'm meditating upon not just heat or light of the sun, which immediately I try to conceive as the brilliance. No, that energy, that higher power, which is making the sun shine, I meditate upon that brilliance. I meditate upon that brilliance. And what kind of brilliance is it? Is it belonging to some jada vastu? Is it just that kind of a power? Like when we say there is no power in the line, so that's why we don't have light in the house. There's no power. Is it that kind of a jada? No. Devasya Bhargaha. It is a conscious entity. It is not a jadavastu. It is not just that kind of power which we see in the world. So that is the meditation is upon that consciousness itself, which is enlivening the entire world. So Savituhu Devasya Dhimahi. Savituhu, now the one meaning is the sun. Savitra is the sun. That brilliance, that Varenyam, that highest brilliance which is residing in the sun, I meditate upon that entity. For what purpose? May I get car? May I get money? May I get house? May I get a promotion? For that, for all of that? Yes, for all of that. But how all that, sometimes even those small desires, how does that happen? Dhiyo yona prachodayat. Until I have the capacity, the brilliance of my mind to move ahead in life, nothing will be possible. Not even spirituality, not even materialistic life. All depends, everything finally depends on my mind, isn't it so? my abilities, my brilliance. That's how people progress. So that's how everything happens. Finally, everything could be there, and then I don't have a proper mind to enjoy all of it. No use of such a life also. So that's why the meditation, the prayer is for Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. May our minds, may my mind shine brilliantly with the grace of this higher power. For that purpose, I chant this mantra.